Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Punta Gorda Archives located at Punta Gorda Charlotte Public Library. My name is Jennifer Zoebelien, and I am the Charlotte County historian. And today, I am going to give you a little glimpse of the types of materials that we have in our archives here at Punta Gorda. And this is in celebration of International Archives Day, which was yesterday, June 9th. And so if we start over here on this side here, what we've got in this box, this is a really nice example of a Charlotte County High majorette uniform. And so you can see we've got on the front of this piece, we have the Fighting Tarpon, which was the mascot of the school at the time, and I believe it still is. And then underneath, we have a Santa's Helper uniform that was actually made by the student's mother. And so this is just one example of the types of material that we have in our archives. And if we move on to the center object here, so first I showed you textiles, now moving here, we also have items like this. And so this is a family Bible that was donated to the archives. And so these are really nice because oftentimes Bibles, which were very personal items, include family names, family history, things of that nature. Finally, just to give you a glimpse of kind of how some of our materials are stored, you can see this blue box here. This is not just any type of box that you could get at Home Depot. This is a specially designed archival box. And so oftentimes when we have paper items like pamphlets, books, things of that nature, even photographs like these here, right, you can see, would all go inside of this box. Right? And you'll notice throughout the table that I have things on or they're wrapped within. Again, this is not, Macy's tissue paper, right? Again, this is specially designed archival paper that is meant to protect all of these items when they are in storage. Right? And so many of you out there may be thinking, well, how can I see all of this, right? Is there a way that I can glimpse all of what's in your archives? And right now the answer is unfortunately no, but it is very important that we collect these items, right? These tell stories about Charlotte County and the people that have lived here over time. Right? So for example, when we're looking at the majorette uniforms, this tells us a little bit about this student who was at Charlotte High and the importance that, that she must have attached to these items, right? And that the family was kind enough to give them to us, right? Again, Bibles, very important. And this is something you'll see a lot in archives and then paper as well. And so all of this collectively, including everything else that is in our archives, tells a really nice story about Charlotte County, about the people that have lived here, whether they've lived here their entire lives, as some of them have. The Whiddon family Bible, right? The Whiddons are a long-standing family in Charlotte County. Right? And, when we think about archives, we think about places that no one gets to go, and we think about boxes on shelves. And yes, that is often what they look like, right? And they are in those places for their own protection, so that we can maintain this history, so that we can preserve this history, and be stewards of it, and safeguard it for the people that gave it to us, right? We have an intense responsibility to protect these items and to make sure that they are with us for a very long period of time. So although you cannot come visit our archives, I would highly encourage you to think about what you may have in your family attic or things like that, and think about why would you keep those things? Why do we keep family Bibles? Why do we keep uniforms, papers? Why is it that we collect these things, right? And I think for us, it's always about telling personal stories. It's about these have meaning to us. And maybe they don't have meaning to anybody else, but they have meaning for us. And so I think each one of us, in our own way, is an archivist. Each one of us is preserving our story for either future generations of the family or in the hopes that the general community would be able to learn something from it. So thank you so much for joining us today. And once again, happy International Archives Day.